and hitting play in three, two, one, go. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I'm joined again by Jalen. We are watching the set that was played on Friday night between Shabacka and DxD. Shabacka representing Hakumen, Chun-Li, and Guile. No team name on Shabacka's side. And DxD representing Kokonoe, Rachel, and Hilda. And my apologies to my co-commentator. This might be the only team name in the event that is better than your team name of Wait That Loses the Sweep. DxD's team name
Really?
DxD's team name is Dr. Rushdown, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Zone. Uh,
That's actually pretty good.
that's hype, right?
That's
The
really good.
the um the journey of DxD from joining this server a few months ago, asking for help on how to deal with with zoner players, to dedicated zoner main themselves is one of my I think one of my favorite stories that's come out of this event so far. He is fully embraced the zoner lifestyle, and I'm so happy for it.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty good team name too. You're right.
It's very solid. I mean, and I say this with all deference to the fact that your team name is also super baller. I love Wait That Loses the Sweep. It's very funny.
There's
Um,
also a character arc of me getting hit by slows every game.
oh yeah, yeah. No, it's predictive as well, which is cool. So apologies in advance to some people who might be watching this. We're going to see some recording this match was an ordeal. I hosted this game after finding out that my audio setup was completely dead, hence the post commentary. My computer was also overheating, so I was squatting in my basement trying to keep the ambient temperature on my computer down while trying to maintain game state in a kind of a complicated situation here that we'll see. There's a fair amount of downtime in it. We'll be able to talk about it as we go, but in general, it was a very difficult game to call. Our first match between Hakumen and Kokonoe. I think Hakumen, a character that we've seen a lot in this tournament so far. Hans, notably, reps Hakumen very hard. I think a lot of new players are quite taken with Hakumen. Versus Kokonoe, a character that no one ever has played. Um, in the lead up to this event, uh, I sent out surveys to the mentors asking them what kind of characters they play and who they are comfortable teaching. And D, uh, who checks notes, designed season 5, said that he was reasonably comfortable teaching Kokonoe. A complicated and underrepresented character that DxD has found himself with.
And you know what? I'm very ready for a high octane back and forth between Hakumen and Kokonoe. This
Yep.
game is an hour 20 for a reason.
Yep. Two very committal, high energy characters, well known for their aggressive play styles. Strap in, folks, because this game's fine. You haven't seen anything until you see game two.
Oh no.
I've seen it ahead of time. Maybe it was because I was squatted in my basement trying to keep my computer alive while I recorded it at 11:30 at night. Uh, Completely unable to commentate or anything, but it is one of the most memorable experiences I've ever had in this community. I'm so excited for people to see it. Um,
I'm like genuinely worried about how the second game's gonna go, considering how long this runs.
all right,
I mean, I
so
gotta.
so early drop of the Ultra to move in.
That's
Um,
pretty fair.
yeah, I feel like in some ways it makes sense. In other ways, like you're Hakumen and you can play the patience game.
Yeah, and spinning the force is pretty fine since you just reshuffle it, go in
Yeah,
overdrive.
yeah, you can recur your options very effectively.
I
So
suppose they'll just be waiting for all the boosts to get set up and for Hakumen to get like 4 gauge. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fair amount of passive play that we're going to see in this game, which is definitely kind of the Hakumen standard. But Hakumen is starts this game off quite aggressive. Um, Also, shout outs to my competitors here for being incredibly diligent in making sure that I all of their moves are displayed in chat. Extremely helpful on commentary.
It's very nice.
Yeah,
We're
very
striking?
nice of
Okay.
them. Um, in terms of the players here, uh, DxD like Ushi in the game that we commentated earlier today. I would say is a slight, I would maybe an anomaly in this community so far, just because he has played he's quite good. He's played he placed quite well in the league. He is a um he's the higher seed to Shabacka in this game. Um
Oh, okay.
but has played very few people because of his time zone. So
Mm,
I think that in general, uh, going into cross-continental games, there is a fair amount of trepidation going on because no one has played anybody else. In the game that Jalen and I commentated earlier today between Tur and Ven, they had gone even in bracket and had a pretty good read on each other's playstyle. No one knows what DxD and Ushi and KZB do, and and equally, DxD does not have data on a lot of these players because he hasn't had the opportunity to play them.
yeah, I'm currently like waiting to see how DxD decides to try and take tempo, if at all,
Mm,
because I don't feel like Kokonoe's passive boost game will outdo the inevitability Hakumen has.
yeah. One other thing that you may notice here that we struggle with throughout this game is remembering to start that engine for Hakumen. There's a
Oh, did Hakumen not put it to gauge just
yeah.
now?
I think I catch them here and there, but it's definitely something that recurs throughout the game. I think it's a combination of a late night and competitive stress.
Yeah. Oh, the good boost.
The good boost.
Seriously, that boost is super fucked up.
I believe that's both copies of it down.
Yeah, that
Um,
is.
Spending it to move in and then pretty much immediately afterward, uh, uh, getting ready for your stun immune +2 power nonsense.
Oh, okay.
And so this telegraphs pretty strongly something that you're going to back up with. Playing it when you're
Yeah, you're
not
probably
at that
gonna
range.
back up and pull the graviton. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're trying
And
to make space, it might not matter if you're face up or not.
I think Hakumen would just win this exchange if he's willing to forego the
Mhm.
power boost on Zanshin and just play mid speed.
Yeah, I think I agree. But we're continuing the boost
Oh
war
my
here.
god. We're boosted. Actually, that's pretty smart. Never mind.
Yeah, right. That's pretty good.
That just put
Um,
that entire play line from Kokonoe offline. Okay.
yep, with one boost, and if you decide to do it, hey, I can sustain it later on. We'll see the journey that Fuumajin takes us on in game two. It's my favorite part of this set. I'm
Okay.
sorry for continually hyping it up, but
I mean, no, I'm in. I'm all in now. Okay, striking. I guess you don't really have many options here. You have to get rid of Fuumajin and Zanshin to play the game.
you definitely don't need to spend 2 force to for that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know if I'd have ditched that boost. It's kind of important. That's the right play. Yanagi is great here.
yep,
Uh, Gets hit and range 4. You're gonna get to play the extra card, but you're not cracking this. You're just gonna have to eat this. Yanagi is close too, right?
I believe so. With Gauge.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, they're eating a lot here.
Mhm.
Goes up to yep.
Yep.
5
Heavy
with effect.
power on that trade and stun immune as though it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
definitely
was
happy with that trade, especially on your opponent's initiation.
Oh yeah. Uh I will say having both copies of Shippu down
Mhm.
feels kind of weird at this early.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, that one shouldn't go to Gage. Right? Unless I misread Zanshin. Oh right, if you get hit it goes to your Gage, that's right.
Yep. Yeah, the
I
boost, it
forgot.
does everything.
Such a great boost. But yeah, having both of them down, one engage is good. Uh, oh, and focused. That sucks. That's like one of your best tools against Kokonoe and is just gone.
Yeah. Uh, Leveraging the resistance to push and pull. Also, just a very, very solid defensive card. Kokonoe has to, well, if you're trying to play the economic game as Kokonoe, um, you're you're spending a lot of resources to maintain that push and pull in the first place. Um,
Yeah,
and Hakumen, it's not like Hakumen doesn't lack for. It's not like he lacks for range or anything. He can definitely play uh, the range 3 and range 4 game.
I slept on Garen for such a long time until I realized how insanely above curve it is.
Yeah, no, it's a what 5 speed at range 4.
Yeah,
Yep. We're seeing.
and it doesn't actually go far. Oh,
I'm sorry, no, go ahead.
no, it does actually go. It goes forward, which is
Hmm.
crazy.
Yep.
It's a range 5 play, and we're seeing a lot of back and forth prepping.
Yep. Yeah, the prep in the corner from DxD, the counter prep, another copy of Sweep Down, basically diffusing Hakumen's entire slow game in 2 turns. That's Hakumen though.
Yeah,
Yep. You put him in
and then
gauge
he's
when
gonna
you
get
got
to
him.
send Yeah, this kind of blows for Hakumen. I'm just losing slows in general blows.
Yeah. I mean, you're +2 threatening something. Um, if it's a
You
mid
could.
speed, your opponent has to respect it. A lot of your slow options are down. They're not helped that much by the +2 you have in play anyway, I don't think.
I would actually say to play Zantetsu.
I think that the answer is often to play Zantetsu.
Yeah, especially with +2, it doesn't lose to Spike anymore.
Yep.
Oh, what's the read?
We have a reading down, reading spike.
Spike. Oh well, that's a loss.
Yep. That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
I mean, they're just gonna assault in. I mean, that's like all I could think of.
Yeah, that's the play, I think.
Oh yeah, because if they're playing into a Spike, they have to play 5 speed higher. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I feel like you just hit with Gurren and don't care. Uh,
Uh, any option that is base speed 3 or higher would just
yeah.
blow
Oh, I
up.
didn't even see the
So
assault in hand.
yeah, so playing the assault is great.
Yeah. Saves you from having to spend gauge as well, which is awesome.
And on advantage turn, Hakumen gets to push a mix-up if he wants to.
Hmm. Yep. And uh, Kokonoe, I mean, even if that reading succeeds, is still stuck in the corner. Still
Yeah.
needs to make space for herself here. Um, Shabacka also leveraging the everybody's favorite. We got a parry coming up. Lots of hand
Oh,
information plays.
parrying.
Parrying absolute 0.
Not bad.
You don't need to
I feel
spend
like
two
this is just
copies.
that's not only yeah, okay. Sitting on the EX is kind of crazy.
Yep. Yep. Above curve at 2 if you want it to be.
Yep. And the Vrenka, okay, that's a good card to have to gauge because it sucks.
You might want boost in this matchup sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Kokonoe
I
finally getting out of that corner.
I didn't realize how little I liked Vrenka till I had to play Hakumen.
Mhm.
It's a good EX, but all of Hakumen's EXs are good, so that's
Yeah.
not fair.
One thing that I want to point out is how aggressively DxD plays zoner characters. Like he's definitely still, he's still zoning and he's still but like extremely aggressive CCing, uh very, very aggressive uh, like just card expenditure in general to to burn through his deck really, really quickly. I can definitely see the Reggie influence on some of his play patterns.
I actually do like this aggressive approach, but I also think it's kind of a matchup thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you as a zoner, normally when I play the game at a slower tempo, just get your good boost down and curate your hand for the strikes.
Yep.
But you can't do that into Hakumen. He'll just kill you.
Yeah, he'll just kill you on his own. Um, it's definitely it's a really interesting another parry.
Really? What's the parry?
Completely disrespecting his and
I
naming a block.
really parried block. That one's kind of crazy.
Maybe you're trying to keep your opponent from parrying something in your hand.
I think you do parry here so that they don't stop you from dealing damage.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
you
Hakumen doesn't want to waste exceed turns.
yeah. But I mean, what is that parry if not a wasted exceed turn?
That is fair.
Yeah, so
I think it's worth the risk here. Now that he knows what's in hand, he can make much more threatening plays.
yep, yeah, he's probably happy either way. I might have gone for maybe a higher value parry target if you're happy to get hand info, but also you're happy to actually lose a card.
Yeah, I think. What would I? I'd never think about parrying normals honestly, unless it's really really vital to a matchup.
I think parrying focus is often a good idea, especially because
Yeah.
hand information has changed hands a couple of times here.
Uh, what would you parry from Kokonoe? I think you just hold the block till you think of something threatening.
So you're seeing a lot of cards here.
Okay. Just not a good hand, I guess. Waiting on the last card to toss. Or is this? I didn't realize how that Kokonoe is that a 2-gauge exceed? That just clicked.
Yep,
Huh.
it surely is. Um, and in order for her to generate some of the forces she needs, it's really, really important to her game plan.
CC3. Okay.
Yeah, so like I say, very, very aggressive discards from DxD. Really, this whole set.
I'm surprised to see uh that really fucked up Ultra Go, because that boost is insane.
Mhm.
It's basically if you win the strike at range 4, play another strike. It's
Yeah, yeah. You
really,
just
really
you just
good.
get to play into your opponent's already named attack.
And like I had that happen to me with I want to say it was one of her random projectiles, and then she just mm, pulled me in and played Spike.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It's a incredibly powerful. And it doesn't. I don't even think it has to be a one strike. It just has to be an after, right? Or is it a
yeah,
cleanup boost?
it's after range 4.
Yeah. If they're at range four, just play grasp, and now you see their card and beat their card.
It's a really good boost. I've fallen victim to it a few times. I was just realized both players have completely full hands,
Yep.
so
Leveraging that hand
ooh, again,
information even after the discard.
and we're going for another. There's been a lot of uh reading and parry.
Yep.
Grasp.
Going for grasp. There is
Yep,
in fact a grasp. What are you playing?
that's very fair.
Really, just kind of. I mean, that's not the order that you do it in, but
That's really not.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're learning. That's okay.
Uh, I die. That's pretty fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I think dive and aggressive. If you don't have it, you still have a mid speed that beats slows.
I can't think of any specials Hakumen has that hit harder than dive at that range. So
Uh, yeah, not really. I mean, if you're naming grass, Yanagi's cool, but you're trading with it. If you want to
yeah,
beat something cleanly, then and even then, it's still only five.
yeah. I think dive is just your highest damage option at that range.
Yeah, You could sweep, but I think both the sweeps are gone.
Yep. Oh, all right. Back to front.
Yep.
Almost a full hand. What's the game plan?
There's a
I think
sweep
here I
back
want to
into
see.
gauge.
I want to see a retreat of some kind. Or because if you're staying at 1 to 2, you're gonna get hit by the ultra and you will die.
Yeah.
Uh, Backstepping out. Yep.
Yep. Running the hell away. I think if you're trying to wait out the exceed turns, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, if you wait all the succeed turns, Hakumen needs to live another 8 turns, which he has a very hard time doing without gauge.
Yep. And that's you leaving, I believe, to go host
Yep.
Ven versus Tur. Thank you again for doing that.
Very interesting match. Happy you already looked over that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're already in thinking corner?
I don't know if it's no, you know what? It might be thinking corner. One space away, but it's close enough. Well, you backstep out. Hakumen's got a lot of options and not a lot of time to use them.
I think the scariest part of this um, is that if Hakumen gets another turn or another chance, oh, while we're doing the other really, really good boost.
Yep.
But
Immediately
that's a
text it.
very immediate attack, yeah.
Yeah, I think that that makes a lot of sense. I mean, you're taking things offline and you're making him spend time. It's a good tech anyway, but it's a really good tech when it's a really good tech when he's in exceed mode. You just made him waste time playing an ultra boost for nothing.
Yeah, and we're discarding to move?
Mm-hmm. Discarding looks like a Shipu and a Spike.
I'm surprised. I think that's the second Yukikaze. Okay. Wow, yeah. I'm astonished we're gonna discard that amazing boost. And spikes down, alright.
Yep.
Yeah, normal Hakumen things. Notably, Hakumen will have a reshuffle still. If Hakumen can build up the gauge again, they can try to threaten the checkmate with the reshuffle. Assuming it
With
actually doesn't get parried down.
Akumetsu.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're staying so much closer than DxD would probably like that. That's a real threat.
Yeah. Yeah, you maintain range one all game, make your opponent run out of resources getting away from you, and then at the end of the game you just Akumetsu them for 400 damage.
Yeah. And at in some of the worst cases, you're like, oh no, I'm out of exceed mode. I'll just burst it.
Right.
We're doing Renka here. Renka boost for range. What are we trying to hit with? Do we just want it to catch? Oh, yep.
Excellent wild swing from DxD dodging that.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yep. When it's
I'm
not
more
in your
surprised
hand,
that
it's
we
in your deck.
tried to spend Renka on the sweep there.
Oh, maybe catching the cross? Does that
Mm.
one,
It's a
two,
range 1
three?
to 4 sweep, and they
No.
were at range 1.
Yeah, I mean it would no they were at range two when they started, I think.
Oh, no, I thought they were at range 1. Oh, well, whatever. I think the Renka is still better to keep in hand for an actual ranged play.
Yeah.
Yep. Once again, moving. You're at round start again.
Yep. Slightly less life total.
Yeah, a bit. I dive into
Diving,
flame
catching out in the
cage.
flame
Yeah.
cage. Your
Normal
classic no
Kokonoe
move
things.
move mix up.
Yeah, I don't think Hakumen really has. Oh wait, I just realized I both dives it down. Just start putting down your really good boosts.
Yep. That you already shuffled away. DxD reshuffling right away.
Uh, yeah. Oh, 24 cards in discard. They went through that fast.
Yeah, I told
Dang.
you. Yeah, DxD rapid fire through the deck.
Well, damn. Yeah, I feel like hmm, we're going to get such a rate that Hakumen. I don't think Hakumen's gonna get a second exceed, obviously. But I think Hakumen's gonna get Ultra.
Mhm.
I don't think you're gonna end the game in 2 turns.
It's interesting to watch how much Hakumen. So we got to reshuffle again as well from Hakumen. Um,
Of course.
how much Hakumen is spending on his front side being aggressive, and then having a relatively chill um, exceed exceed mode.
I think I get the logic. Oh well, yeah, of course it burst. Um,
Yep.
I think I get the logic here because Kokonoe has to kill frontside Hakumen.
Yeah.
That's every character's goal in the fight Hakumen is to kill him before he exceeds.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Hakumen realizes, well, she's not going to want to boost because if she's boosting, I can get off scot free.
Yeah. All of your
She's
game is
good.
being played on front side.
Yeah. She's going to be either striking in a lot or waiting for me to boost something strong so she can tech it and try to take advantage.
Yep.
Like, waiting for everything. So I'm just going to keep going in. And you'll build the gauge by having aggressive plays in her face.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of these plays have been with normals, so
Yeah.
you're not getting rid of both copies of focus and block.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, an immense amount of CCing right
We're
after a
not
reshuffle,
keeping. You just gave up so many defensive options. You're just going to explode.
and two readings at low life. Yeah, I
And
in some ways I kind of like the extremely aggressive play. In other ways, I feel like at least the block boosting Akumetsu. I also kind of feel like you wait a couple turns and that's your game closer.
I don't think we have that many turns left here, so I can see it.
Yeah.
I really don't like the option to uh CC away both focuses and block.
Yeah. I mean, your block keeps you alive another turn. Your focuses are there to reading them. That's how you make up this 13 life deficit. You win strikes cleanly.
Yeah, you either boost them for reading or you keep them in hand to survive bad strikes.
Yeah.
If you don't have 2 blocks in hand, then a focus and a block is almost as good.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes better. You're hitting back sometimes.
Yeah, and you're drawing a card too. It's really good to keep in hand. I feel like that might cost the game here.
Yeah, I think in general the game plan is sound. The heavy CCing is something that we actually we're pretty okay with. That is bad. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Well, actually,
Zentetsu's gonna whiff here.
no, yeah, it was Dentetsu whiffs.
Hakumen, if he this is something to just be aware of fighting Hakumen. If for some reason Hakumen boosts Renka and initiates at range 1, you have lost the strike.
Yes. Yeah, you really can't do much about it.
No matter where you throw him against Zantetsu, you will get hit.
Don't believe that. Never mind. The second dive was for the second gauge expenditure on Zentetsu, which did not go off because it's a hit effect. Good catch by Shabacka. I might be asking. Yeah, I need to specify again exactly how much was going on and while these sets were going on.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've got a little bit of jank going on in the ruling. So apologizes from the ref for the refing. We got Zanshin
Boosting
up.
Zanshin in response to light. That's pretty good. I think you can just afford to play mid speed and trade.
With his life, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're playing to beat dive. I think you're trying to be
Yeah.
at speed 5 so that you don't completely whiff.
Yeah.
But
Try to
everything
beat
else you're
dive
okay
here.
getting hit with. No
Huh, yeah.
expenditure on the graviton either. Shabacka, as soon as he finds that out, immediately, and there's the dive. Yep.
And
Catching it out with
that
Gurren.
we got a light down. If he wanted to beat
Oh,
this
thank you.
here, he would have Yeah, would have had to be on the initiate with. And actually, no, nothing does it at that range. Never mind.
Yeah, no, you really can't. Yeah, I
If
missed the
the
load.
Renko
Thank
was
you.
still in hand, that would be the problem solved on initiate. But this is gonna be a grasp, isn't it? A sweep that is good, and that's a good time to block.
Yep, yep. Running himself out of the other one in hand. We've got a little bit of a confusion about the ordering on the discard.
The yeah, here the forced discard happens, and then you two spend for blocking.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We're down to such low card advantage. Oh my god.
Spending everything.
All right, got it. This is we're really pushing it.
Yeah,
I like the aggressive card changing and the such until we get to the second reshuffle.
yeah. And
I
and
think if you're like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, please go ahead.
Okay, I think if you're like scrying for the right card here,
Mhm.
you're better off doing it with prepping because then you're going through less of your deck in case you get cards knocked out of hand or something, or get red.
Yeah. There's a genuine possibility in both of these games that DxD gets decked out. Um,
Yeah.
just going for absolutely Gurren is down. Going for absolute broke, trying to maintain cards. Doing it again.
CC2. Oh my god.
Yeah. And I mean like these are in some ways tempo plays, but they're only tempo plays if you cash them in.
We're gonna get deck out before we die.
Yeah, you need to leverage the turns that you're saving by getting these new cards by actually playing the new cards. But if you spend another turn your next turn CCing again, you're not you're not saving
Yeah,
yourself any time. Just prep twice if you're going to do that.
I think if you are going for a double CC, oh, Banishing Rays.
Banishing Rays. I believe that both copies of Banishing Rays just went down, so this seems like it's just strictly hand information.
Or they might not have realized. I wouldn't blame them. We're getting so many cards down so fast.
Very possible.
EX cross. And yeah, EX absolute zero. That might be what DxD was digging for. Yeah, if DxD leads with EX cross after boosting jamming, then they might have a follow-up play on their next draw.
Yeah. I think that in general we're seeing some actually very good strike to strike plays from DxD. Correctly recognizing that your speed 6 dive basically beats literally everything that your opponent can do at range 3. Um several I mean like after all of this, after several plays that I think are defensible, but sometimes seem overly aggressive from DxD. The life totals are not that far apart. Like
They really
this is
aren't.
still a very winnable game, and I think it's down to DxD having very good, but also 8 cards in deck.
Yeah, we've
Um,
got 8 cards left in deck. If we were gonna win, it's gonna have to be pretty
pretty
fast.
fast, yeah. And hopefully you have the damage in hand to do that. I mean, you've got 2 EXs, but I'm not sure that even equals 11 damage.
Yeah, more importantly, you have to hope that Hakumen doesn't have either Ultra.
Yep.
Uh, Yukikaze does it, and range 1 to 2 Yukikaze does it. Or range 1 to 2 Shippu.
People, yeah.
I hate these names. Yeah, either way, those will both end of the game, or at least get real damn close.
hmm Especially with no
And
blocks left and so few defensive options in general.
yeah, having so few defensive options against Hakumen this late into the game feels like a really
Yeah,
easy way to throw things away.
really, really scary situation.
There got to be some real thinker plays here that I'm missing.
Well,
Because there are some
it's
lines that
Kokonoe. I think that's always possible.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, if we get boosting this, then we're gonna go for the EX cross it into
Yep,
range 4
to
and play
get to
attack.
range.
Yep.
Yeah, you and basically, I mean, you kind of hope that you get more cards after.
Yeah. You do the if the card that DxD just drew hits at range 4, then that's probably game.
Exactly. Yeah, you just have options.
But every card in the multiverse is down, so he's hoping. Striking in.
Yep.
If you play EX cross here and you're wrong, you lose. So
EX cross into grasp.
I forget if they're fast. I can't see that other boost. I think that one is that just diffused the that just diffused the play.
Yeah. Yeah, just grasp on offense. I mean, you know what's in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a speed boost of some kind down, that is just on initiate EX cross would have done it, but
Yep. Yeah. I mean, those are the like that's the tempo, right? Like you are giving your opponent time to curate. Yep. Keeping him in the corner makes sense.
100%.
Um, what else does he have in hand at this point? He's got EX Absolute Zero
Yeah.
and something else.
Yeah, we're getting damn close to the end of the game, whether DxD likes it or not.
Yep. Yeah, one way or another. I mean, I at this point it's like I hope that the cards that are remaining in your deck are enough to kill because you can't CC anymore.
Yeah, and Hakumen's got another 7 decks to go through,
Yep.
so striking in, probably this is an EX.
No EX. I mean, there's a grasp down. I would be assuming no absolute zero here. Although it is on curve with +2 power, which is not bad.
Yeah,
Crossing out to beat the broken bunker assault.
yeah. We are at 1 HP in a dream,
Yep.
but there's just not enough cards in deck. Yeah, 23 down. Yeah, got 6 cards in deck and 1 in hand. Exceeding, yeah. So we did get to see a second exceed. Christ.
Yeah, with a game that is like it a kind of aggressive plays, in some ways aggressive plays, in other ways kind of dead turns.
Yeah, I think that Hakumen ran into a problem that a lot of people, myself included, uh, have when you get to these really tense situations, which is that you spend too long trying to set up the final strike.
Yeah. Yeah, you
And
try to make it
speaking of final
completely
strikes,
totally guaranteed.
yeah, speaking of final strikes, yeah, that does it.
Yep.
Yukikaze is 1 to forever, so GG's.
That's game.
Uh,
Shipu rather.
yeah. Um, wow. Yeah, like you were saying, it's a really bad habit that can form, where if you are always worried about winning the strike, then you just don't.
Yeah, you never actually play it.
Yeah, you have the winning card in hand, and you never bother to go for it. This is game, right? Like
Yes, it is game. I believe that Shabacka is about to ask the same question.
okay, yeah. I Flame Cage is a good card. It's not that good. It's
I think with Kokonoe there is always like I frankly think that Kokonoe is a character that a lot of people in at my level of experience, including myself, don't understand super well. And you're always waiting for something weird to happen that you thought in a situation you thought you had won. So I think Shabaka is just kind of waiting for confirmation there. Staying
yeah.
Hakumen.
Staying Hakumen. That's a yeah. I can agree with that. That was I wouldn't say dominating, but that was pretty solid.
It was a solid win. I think demonstrating some like basically saying that like your style of play can deal with this opponent, maybe not character independently, but the way that you're playing Hakumen is going to be okay against the way that DxD is playing.
Rachel. Okay.
Rachel is out.
This is gonna be a match. I'm not sure how to feel about this. Hakumen is still too big.
Yes, Hakumen will continue to be too big as this game goes on. Um,
Oh no.
I want to harken back to when we were talking about uh, an Ushi and Summer Nights match that we were commentating earlier today. Um, we were talking about how Rachel has ability to almost instantly diffuse any boost setups that your opponent does. You know, you can always move to a range where you can't. The thing that you played isn't as threatening anymore.
Yeah.
There's no particular reason at all that I bring that up right now. There isn't a boost that we're gonna see in this game that
Oh dear lord, I just realized where this is going.
that demonstrates that principle in practice or anything like that. So a first turn prep from DxD.
If I see
Um,
Fuumajin go down, I'm gonna like go get water. I swear.
it is by my count. I want to make sure that I'm correct here as we wait. This is the most exciting game I've ever watched. I need to stress this.
How much
Like
time is left? Oh my god.
uh, I we're gonna make fun of this. I think it's incredibly cool.
Okay.
It is
I
8:43 p.m. right now. Fuumajin has gone down.
oh my I okay, I need to like I feel like I need to preface when I talk like this. I love all y'all. Y'all great at the game. Such cool people. But actually there's no but. Y'all are just cool people. When I see plays like this, I want to close tabletop simulator. I'm kidding. This is a this is a great play, but I know I'm going to be sitting here for the next 20 minutes admiring how great this play was, and I will damn well understand that Enma and Fuumajin. Oh man,
And
match made in heaven. That boost belongs.
so DxD moving to the range where Fuumajin is no longer impactful, which
Yeah,
makes absolute sense.
and then striking.
Yep,
Okay, yeah.
and striking to try to diffuse the boost.
If I see a cross, I'm gonna scream.
Yeah, everything that we're talking about and DXE's response to it, I think makes perfect sense.
Yeah, 100%.
I also want to
We'll be
stress that that the 20 minutes that you quoted is actually kind of accurate.
what? I okay, yeah. Wild swing grasp, common. Oh my god, you pushed him back to the range
Into
when it's holding
flying
sustain.
Lobelia. Yeah,
Oh my god, that's
he spends a force to sustain it.
yeah, of course. I'm tell me it ain't so.
Oh no, it's I'm considering what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail of this video, and it's possible that rather than uh a PNG of Hakumen, I'm gonna try to find a PNG of Enma for
I'm gonna
Fuumajin.
get my watch. Hold on.
I
So,
think I already clocked it, and it's well. No, never mind. I'll let you
yeah,
time it yourself.
it's on my desk right here. I went down at 8:43, so I'll keep in mind that this is 2 minutes down, but
Yep,
of course, teching, very good tech.
checking right away.
Never want to let Rachel keep any boost on board. Really, they're all very problematic.
I think Rachel's, especially at this level of play, um, are extremely force hungry. I think a lot of the preps that we might normally chastise players for, you sometimes have to do it. You sometimes just need force as Rachel in order to maintain this engine. But I also need to stress that one of the reasons that the force is needed is to move to a range where uh move to a range where Fuumajin doesn't impact you. Like at this point, spend one force and play grasp,
Yeah,
and Fuumajin's gone. I'm sorry. Yeah, in either direction.
yeah.
Rachel as a character is extremely good at diffusing setups like this. With two boosts like this in play, I think that you either need to consign yourself to having lost the strike, but against Hakumen, you can't consign yourself against losing the strike because Hakumen just won't strike. He'll keep building.
Yeah, he's going to build up to like plus 1,000 power, hit you once, and then exceed afterwards.
Yeah.
This is not going to be a situation where you just have to accept that you can't do anything because he won't do anything either.
Yep.
That's fair.
Spending a boost to back up to still a range, by the way, where Fuumajin is still on the table. So there's no strikes here. Moves in with a Renka, maintaining range 4.
Oh yeah, I'm running for the long haul.
Oh yes. Yep, it's going to be this kind of game. Moving back again, not to a range where uh not to a range where anything can beat Fuumajin. So we need more force moving either in or out. Rachel kind of cornering herself from mid board here with not a ton to show for it.
I can't believe this. I'm in disbelief when I look at the time.
Yeah, this is like I said, this is a long haul.
All
Um,
right.
I also want to stress that I was recording this game again in my basement, trying to keep my computer from dying. Um, with God, I don't know. Probably uh, just having gotten my recording setup fixed to the point where I could record video again at least. Um, Watching this happen felt like a fever dream.
I'm astonished that you're putting this boost on Hakumen at a range where you can't hit it.
Can't hit him. Yeah, I I don't I don't want to, you know, dunk on the play, but I really just want to stress that Rachel has the ability to diffuse this boost setup very quickly with a little bit of force expenditure. And instead, what you're doing is giving Hakumen an immense amount of free time.
Gotta spend it. I'm on my knees here. You gotta move forward.
Or
The boost
backward.
don't mean shit to him. You gotta. I'm getting mad. Not even actually. I'm just. Yeah. Well, yeah. He's out of the boost now. What's the game plan?
Yep, just maintaining range 4.
We're at range 4 here. He's just gonna get all the gauge. We're really just gonna wait it out.
Bold of you to think that Fuumajin goes away after the exceed.
Oh dear lord. Okay, we're here. We are here. Strike. If I see a boost, I'm gonna cry. Play the EX.
Big
Oh,
E,
thank you.
big EX attack.
And if Hakumen takes this, and the only way this boost stays out is if Hakumen crosses out, right? So what? Oh, it's stun immunity. It doesn't even fucking matter. Oh, Hakumen would cross out at speed 0, and he would. Oh,
I think I got that gauge right. Um,
I think you're right. I'm trying to like dissociate, but yeah, I think you're good.
it's
Oh,
not
spike to gauge.
it's not that bad.
It's gonna get that bad. I'm ready for when it gets that bad. I'm like preparing myself now. Now this is gonna be a crossout. Unless DxD plays a push to attack, I think this is a pretty good crossout. Shabacka not have it in hand?
I think
Or
I think is uh, either has a lot of options that he's going for, um, or is trying to make sense of what his best option is. But yeah, there's a cross into the spike, into the EX spike.
oh my god, that would have worked on every other option. Yeah,
Yeah,
that well, I say every other option. Like Hakumen has bad options. That would have worked on most options. And you damn well know he's gonna spend the force on Fuumajin.
oh yeah.
Oh, we're in it.
It has been
Range 5.
10 minutes since Fuumajin was played. We have taken a total across both players of 5 damage.
Oh my god, I didn't. Oh wow, I'm. Well, they gotta have a better strike soon, right?
Crickets.
Oh, this doesn't bode well. I. You both have so many cards in hand. What?
I mean, Hakumen doesn't need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hakumen
Hakumen.
is happy right here. I think that the prep is a panic prep. I think that
Yeah, this
you've
is.
tried twice now to defuse this boost and nothing has worked on it yet.
I. I think striking in while he had Zanshin boosted was the wrong play.
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
think I get the idea. I get the idea.
I think honestly the psychological pressure of Fuumajin is making DxD say to himself what we're saying on commentary, that you need to do something about this boost. And
Yeah.
Zanshin, I just think that the play is actually to like spend a force to back or spend 2 force to back up 2 and play grasp.
Yeah.
Just get it off the like it's a
Oh
costly.
yeah, right. It is 4 or 5, not 4 or 5 or beyond.
Yeah,
It's yeah. It's to
yeah,
just move too far back
yeah.
and with a strike,
With a strike,
you're home
yeah.
free.
It's a cost. What the boost says in that case is that you have to spend 3 force, which sucks, but you can't hurt him without it.
You're playing the range 4 to 5, like mix up game basically,
Mhm.
against a character who has a card on the table that reads "Stop playing the range 4 to 5 mix up game right now. I'm coming to your house."
Yeah, and again, against other characters who don't have this inevitability factor, it's not like it's problematic that you can't hit them, but you have other things that you could be doing. You can stall him out if you really need to. You can't
Yeah.
stall out Hakumen. And
Yeah. If you
I also want to point out the incredible expenditure um of resources that we saw DxD employ the previous game. Like who he was so free with his cards.
oh, we're at range 8.
Yep.
This will do it. Just waste a turn. If Hakumen whiffs dive him, I don't know why I just thought about that. For
Range 5,
oh my god.
baby.
Oh my god. This is just a game of Street Fighter. Nobody's doing anything.
As a Street Fighter player, I'm deeply offended and hurt, but you're still not wrong. Yeah, I think that assault being a backup all the way as your whole turn is fine, but you're giving Hakumen time to respond. And he's
I'll be
gonna
honest.
respond with anything he can to just get in. He's
I'll
exceeded
be honest.
now.
Oh, he actually, you're right. He has so many options here.
Yeah.
We're at range 4, or range 5 actually, and Hakumen's game is just online now. He can Yukikaze an actual strike here. He can Guren. He can Shippu.
He can Shippu and maintain uh range 5.
Yeah.
And force Rachel to come in on him. Both copies of Assault are down.
Yeah.
DxD can't move in with that anymore. He does have Dive. It won't hit, but it won't hit anyway.
You just gotta diffuse the boost. If you got a tech, like, oh yeah, there's the Shippu. But this is your chance. Just find the dive and tech the stupid ass boost.
Yeah. Or dive in.
Or dive in. Honestly, either one works, but my odds are like Hakumen's gonna find the 9th cross in his deck. And he's just gonna leave. And we'll be back in the same situation again.
I'm not sure
Twilight
what
Zone.
that dead strike on the sweep in particular was. Like you need to do that when you're not at range.
Uh I've got maybe they were expecting. Actually, I got no clue. Yeah, the empty strike here doesn't diffuse, and it doesn't beat any of Hakumen's good options at range 5. The second.
Yeah.
This is a joke. I mean, that's a sick play. I'll take it. That's like a really good play. But yeah, I'm.
Yeah. Back to
I
back
mean, if
Shippus.
it's a good ultra. I'll give it up. And no one knows it even better ultra. This boost right here. No, it ain't red, but it's carrying hard.
No, I like it. It honestly, it's kind of unfair. I'm not sure why I allowed it in the rule set to have a cooperative game between Hakumen and Fuumajin. Like DxD is fighting a battle on two fronts here, and it's not fair. I really
Yeah,
don't want to
chat
be.
rules.
I don't want to be
Like,
too mean. I really genuinely enjoyed watching this game, and it wasn't like a meme thing. Part of it was that it was a very strange circumstance that I found myself in, but it was really really interesting to watch this interaction.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop being like a shitter for a second and be 100% honest and say that this is a super interesting game because it's some of these interactions are so one-sided, and Hakumen isn't doing normal Hakumen things right now. He's just trying to keep the interaction completely one-sided
Yeah,
and not progressing his game plan at all.
you know that thing where like you see like you're driving on the highway and you see someone who like has like the same make and model car as you and you slow down so that you're right next to them and you have to like maintain speed with them the whole time. It's like he's doing that with Fuumajin. It's like he's like, all right, I have no game plan except maintain. It's like you're doing it for the meme at this point. It's 9 o'clock. It's been 17 minutes.
Oh, oh my god. I have a stopwatch going. Oh my god. I all right. All right.
It has to be a record, right? Like it has
I don't.
like
It's
in
got to be.
in terms of number of turns spent
Okay,
or
what are you reading?
total time here.
Oh, it's ending. He's reading a dive.
Doesn't have a dive.
Oh shit.
Even Hakumen wanted it to end.
Oh my god. That
What
would have been it though.
what if it
That
was a
would have
what if it was a dive and he played cross?
I So we've got, is
We
that
got
EX
cross
cross in
cross
here?
cross lobelia spike drop sweep and I think Baden Baden Lily.
Does anything hit here? Yeah, okay.
And I'm
Kind of
wondering,
figured.
like where was that uh extremely aggressive CCing from the previous game? I'm wondering. It,
It's
it
probably slowed down because there's this feeling of dread hanging over the match now.
yeah,
It's
I think that like if you're in the corner and nothing you have hits, DxD has proven from the previous game that he's very, very willing to throw cards away.
I mean,
Um,
I saw the EX cross in hand. I'm astonished that they haven't boosted run yet.
yeah,
It's gonna be the kind of rough going for a second, but if you just boost run and throw a strike, the nightmare ends. You're hmm well, okay. I can't blame Hakumen for that one. He was reading dive.
yep,
That's just how that goes. And I guess if you don't have any options that hit, you do have to do the empty strike.
yep. And DxD just throwing. I mean, the reading basically said throw a card away.
Yeah.
The strike would have done the same thing. It was a failed reading. You got hand information. Hakumen sitting at one card in hand, two ultras engaged that he doesn't want to spend for force.
Uh, yeah. I think it's okay if Hakumen waits here. They've got two more draws in overdrive and two more draws for turn, so they'll have a lot of cards in hand before DxD does something. Yeah, everybody's mentally exhausted at this point. They're all missing overdrive triggers. It's fine.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yep. And my okay. Hakumen's got two more cards in hand,
I really,
and they
really
are done.
wanted the Enma to go back to hand, so if this ever does end, he just plays the other Fuumajin.
That and that's probably the right play. Because if you just have Fuumajin out, Rachel has to spend force to stop the to get out of Fuumajin range,
Yep.
and then strike in. If you have any retreating, you can just do it again.
Yep. There is one more cross live.
Yeah, or if you get pushed, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw. I mean, that's how this started.
Yeah,
Is
this
DxD? It was honestly a very simple misread on DxD's part that Lobelia pushes you back to the range where Fuumajin hits again.
yeah. I mean, it's a. I can't blame them for the misplay. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, and then just a failure to uh, cut the knot. I guess I would say
Yeah,
to actually be willing to spend the resources.
spending it. Yeah, Yanagi. Okay. Moving off of the boost, just a solid play, honestly.
Yep.
I see we're slowly closing in, but Hakumen's not going to take that last step lest this curse take him forever, I suppose. Uh, we're striking in at range 3. Please. It's over soon. This feels like the last one. Unless Hakumen gets pushed here, this is the last one. Shabacka's really thinking on it.
DxD rereading and misreading the boost here doesn't realize it's a cleanup effect. Uh,
Ah, okay. Should have been gone long ago. No! Duly mistaken. No, this boost outlives us. They will always outlive us.
he's DxD saying that it should have been gone way back here, which is not correct, but
No.
you know, I'm not sure if we should count this part, the dispute about the rules as the timer for Fuumajin, but for the meme, I kind of want to.
I agree. This is an important part of this card's playtime.
Yeah,
We'd not have had this debate if DxD didn't feel like this is a stupid card. And after this, I'm kind of with him. Okay, it's done.
I just heard you count. I heard you
I
count after the cross. Fuumajin is gone. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.
I stopping the stopwatch. The time is way too long. I don't even want to.
By my count, it's 23 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like a few seconds off.
Yeah. So that's the end of the broadcast. I mean, the real game is over now.
We got another 20 minutes to go of actual Exceed.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everybody enjoyed their their daily session of Street Fighter Alpha.
Come on,
Nice.
Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 at worst.
I had to say Alpha. I don't know why. It's just when I imagine people shuffling around mid-screen, whiffing. It's either that or Third Strike, but I like Third Strike. I'm not gonna disrespect it.
Yeah, I'm pro Third Strike. Dropping a parry.
Oh, uh, what is the parry here? I feel like we've seen every card. Might be like an extra one copy of something that's left that I'm not thinking of. Revealing hand.
D-
Holding out hope for that double cross.
Shabacka in general has been very free with parries, and I think is pretty okay when they don't land.
I think it's a good call to be okay with these parries not hitting, considering that
Yeah, just
Hakumen,
constantly play with hand information.
yeah, Hakumen can kind of afford to lose these defensive tools in some matchups
Mm-hmm.
where he can heavily outtrade the opponent.
Yep.
Now, if he was dropping these in a matchup with like Ragna, I'd be mad.
Yeah, agreed. It's I also like we saw Hakumen exceed in deal 8.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 5. I believe it might have been
yeah.
6. But
It
DxD was
was
already a little bit hurt. I think it was
it
20.
was two back-to-back strikes.
Yeah, 28 to 22 or something like that.
Yeah, and
And one of them
the
was
same
into a
amount of
focus, so
time.
it was you do 2 damage on an ultra and then 4 on the other.
Something like that. It was. This has truly been a game of Exceed of all time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
happy you showed me this.
And this is my favorite game of the tournament. It's not even
Oh,
close.
100%. Yeah, it's not close. I apologize to anybody watching. Like I'm sure you all did your best, but none of you had a teammate like Fuumajin.
No, no. I mean, it's not fair to compare.
That yeah, that's actually true. It's
Yeah, I
not a
mean,
fair comparison.
honestly, like Shabacka disqualified from singles competition in order to join the new doubles bracket that we've implemented. The team of Hakumen and Fuumajin on the board at the same time. I didn't know that that Hakumen was a puppet character.
Honestly, this is better than Chaos. Okay, we're boosting massive here.
Nope, we're moving in.
Oh, we're CCing. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I
just
suppose moving past all the traps in one go is good.
spending a hell of a lot of force.
I wouldn't want to get caught in the minefield either. Ooh, second Yukikaze to gauge.
Yeah.
All ultras are down.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Hakumen does not have a lot of options up at this point. I mean, threatening Zantetsu very, very strong. Finally crosses over.
Yep.
Makes
I
you fight back over those traps that you just ran
I
past.
feel like if you're Hakumen, you just CC one of the ultras, like one Fuumajin, one Shippu, and then reshuffle.
Mm. Yeah, I think
Or you could go for the long con. You're 3 gauge off.
with that much gauge, I kind of feel like if you play a normal um striking.
Well, I suppose it's just a me thing, because at this point I'd be too impatient to play slow Hakumen.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, I'm getting impatient in the commentator chair. That felt like years off my life, but that was still good.
Salt beating the
Wouldn't take it
dive.
back. Yep. Classic.
In general, DxD seems to really favor range 3 dives.
Uh, I tend to dive at range 4 because I don't fear God.
Yep. Yep, that that
Uh,
that seems right.
but range 3 dive is just better.
I
It
mean,
loses to assault and beats everything else.
you already we've already talked in a previous cast together about your your team name being "Wait, that loses to sweep" seems relevant to the to you preferring range 4 dive.
Oh yeah, it's
Classically, it loses to sweep, which seems like your brand.
yeah. Here's the thing, right? You can only lose to sweep 4 times max.
Yep. Yep, and
So at least you're not losing to it.
that's just 24 damage.
Yeah, it's only 24. You can play through that.
Yeah.
Now, 4 sweeps and 2 focuses is a different story,
Mm-hmm.
but
Can't do
can
that.
always play through at least 4 sweeps. And we got almost enough gauge. Probably striking for the last gauge.
Starting with a normal. Yep. You're very happy with this trade as Hakumen, even though you're trading evenly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, actually. Snagging a card and then drawing a card. Yep. Uh, that
Trading pretty negatively altogether because of the trap underneath, but still managing to do your damage, get your gauge. You're gonna get that card. You're gonna get your cards back soon. You're gonna have access to a hell of a lot of ultras all at once.
I think that the choice here, to take any trade for the sweep is just really, really, really good. I feel like no matter what you trade into, unless there's some range one spikes I don't know about.
Nope, I don't think so.
Uh,
Spike drop I think is actually is a
uh,
speed 5. Ignore guard or ignore armor.
ignore
I
armor.
can't remember.
It's an ignore armor. I remember
Okay,
when you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah,
Would have been a good call it to focus, but that wasn't the play. Oh, yeah, that sucks. It's an after effect too. We could whiff a grasp here and I'll probably do it.
yep.
I think a play here is just to exceed and win the strike. I mean, you just exceed, and if they strike in, you just hit them. The real question is, what is Shabacka gonna pull from overdrive for this exceed?
I feel like
We've got
either of the ultras are fine if you want to use Zanshin. Uh, you have it on board. Looks like we are Zantetsuing.
I ooh, really good boost. It's a bit niche in some matchups, but it's just genuinely good. Ah, yep. You love to see them. Dang.
Really, really big swings these last couple turns, making up for lost time.
And now Hakumen, depending if Hakumen wants to get that one of those ultras out of gauge, uh Hakumen doesn't want to, they can exceed and then CC away for some cards.
Yep. Like we're exceeding right away. I also realized I missed quite a while ago a Rachel reshuffle, so my card tracker's incorrect. My apologies. And
Oh, I did too, don't worry.
Now Hakumen's got a yeah. We were memeing about Fuumajin at the time. I think
I think so, yeah.
like good commentators should. Hakumen now got pretty much a full stack.
Yep, bringing the last card down. I was surprised to not see one of the Yukikazes stay in gauge.
I believe this is right.
Christ, a full set as Hakumen, and he's.
Yep. I'm wondering. Do you think it would actually be a better call to exceed next turn when you have when you like manual reshuffle first to get Akumetsu and then uh exceed?
uh, hmm. Have we seen both blocks from Rachel?
I don't not since the reshuffle. I don't believe so.
Yeah,
My
okay.
tracker's off now.
That's what I think. I think that Shabaka is waiting on Astral until he can force a block down,
Yeah.
because that is still just the biggest threat to any Astral in season 5. So either it's just not in his game plan right now, or it is waiting, or he's waiting for the block.
Yeah.
I think both are fine.
I mean,
We are at such low life that Hakumen is the end of the game, but you're not going to close in on Rachel anymore.
right.
DxD is very paranoid of that.
Yeah. Rachel
After,
also halfway through after the reshuffle.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So potential for deck out here again. A little bit slower of a burn than the Kokonoe game.
Yeah.
And just two
Um,
very force heavy characters.
yeah, this is just a much better uh handling of cards
Mm.
than with the Kokonoe one, I feel.
Yeah. Except that at the point where you really want to be spending cards to diffuse that boost.
Yeah. Uh,
I'm sorry, we should use its name. Fuumajin.
yeah, we started spending all the force and managing cards well after
Mm-hmm.
the 17 turns of
Mm-hmm.
Fuumajin.
Yeah, and again, like after that uh dance, it's a 5 life game.
Yeah.
Like this is not unwinnable again after seemingly a completely insurmountable advantage on Shabacka's side early both times. DxD like has played some good strikes, has won a few mix-ups to at least keep things close, has traded very, very well into 2 sweeps, which is hard to do
Yeah, and
to
I'd still like
accelerate
to
the end of this
say,
game. I'm sorry, go ahead.
that's fine. I'd still like to say that I appreciate the way Shabacka is playing Hakumen through all these matches,
Mm-hmm.
in that he DxD, like you said, is a very aggressive zoner player.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as Kokonoe, it was a lot of aggressive gravitron setting and taking space, and as Rachel, it's been just filling the board with an insurmountable amount of lightning rods.
Yep.
And I think that constantly striking in and taking positioning from her has probably been a better play than just like shuffling back or shuffling forward and adding to gauge.
Yep.
It's worked out much better. If this is a Zontet, somebody's dying. Range 3 Zontets beats so much. Renka. Range 3 Renka.
With a big push against Rachel, which is
Huh. Yeah, I said this card sucks, and I will stand by that partially. It sucks listening to EX it.
interesting choice to maintain space when you're exceeded, especially. I would think, especially with what you've still got on deck in your exceed.
I think I think Shabacka is trying to bait DxD into striking into a Yukaze later on.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the only cards that'll be left in overdrive. Uh, if Shabacka grabs it next turn, then it'll be live for DxD's turn.
Right.
Or if the other one is in hand.
Yeah, and if you
So
don't
yeah,
if you don't strike, that's fine too. Or if DXE doesn't
yeah,
strike, that's fine too. And prepping.
fair enough. Yeah. We've only got 2 left. Don't tell me. Okay, thank you. I thought we were gonna add sweep. Would have been kind of a sick play for a different universe. Closing in from Gage. Oh, backing up? We are at exactly range 6.
Yep. Really, really harshly threatening Shipu that he just picked up.
This is the Shibu Yukikaze mix up here. Rachel has. I believe Rachel has projectile, right?
Oh yeah. Yep. Tiny
Yeah.
Lobelia hits it 3-6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. If Rachel tries to just strike in to trade, and this is a Yukikaze, that would suck. Well, it's no longer
Yeah,
Yukikaze.
yeah, he's yeah, I don't understand this. I think that he might my guess is that he probably misread the overdrive timing here.
Yeah.
I think he thought he had one more turn than he did.
Yeah, when you've got 2 left to talk, you either gotta play or you don't.
Yeah, and then immediately Rachel strikes as soon as overdrive's gone after that little 2-step that Hakumen did, backing up and moving forward.
Pretty valid. Now this strike, play Garen. Play it right now. That works too. That could be worse.
I also not quite as much movement to make Hakumen huge in this matchup. It's actually partially just moving cards out of the way to get the cards
Yeah,
underneath Hakumen because he's getting so gigantic now.
this is I I love that this is part of Hakumen.
He's just big.
He's boosting massive.
Yeah, he's just perpetually in beginning.
Speaking of, have we seen massive boosted in game too?
I believe early on in the before times,
Oh, of course,
back
yes.
when Fuumajin was still among us.
Oh!
It's back. You
No!
you thought it was over. It's back, baby.
I'm starting the stopwatch again.
No, I think that this one is a little bit
More
briefer.
just
If
also
only
a bit more
because
decisive.
there's literally not enough time left in the game for it to be another 20 minutes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
I won't
23
spoil
minutes.
myself. Yeah, I'll keep the time hidden here. I'll just see how long this stays on board.
Teching the armor guard is interesting. I feel like you have
I
worse things that you could be teching with against Rachel.
I agree with it here. We're at such low life totals that a stun really matters.
That's true. Yeah, you're trying to win clean if you're going to win.
Yeah,
Hakumen also does have at least one more Ultra in hand and 4 gauge to play it with.
that's right. Actually, yeah.
Yep,
Ultras are alive
yep.
for real this
You
time.
do not need to be in Exceed mode to Hakumen. Two, I would say honestly, in across both these games, the big uh, thing that I would hold against Shabacka's play has been the way he's been spending his Exceed turns. I think that the play in frontside Hakumen has been quite solid and has been kind of carrying him through this game, or this set
Yeah.
rather. And Exceed
Uh,
side Hakumen has not been as aggressive as it probably should have been.
I feel like Shabaka's exceeding on down turns
Mm,
when you should be exceeding his Hakumen in the middle of your plays.
yeah,
If Hakumen lands in an assault or really wins a strike during the opponent's turn
yeah.
with
Exceed
all of
next
the
turn.
gates built, yeah, then you exceed to seize the momentum.
Yep.
Speaking of momentum, I think we are about to see a swing in it. Uh, I am really wondering what the response is going to be. I'm not sure what DxD. Well,
Yep.
that does it.
Yep.
That's gonna hurt.
Yep.
That's a play that does it.
Yeah. Easy to forget that Yukikaze is still really good even before you are at bottomed out life.
Yeah.
If
Huh.
if you've only got 8, it's still a card that trades up very well and follows the cross out, maintaining positioning. Although you are now cornered, honestly, can kind of be anyone's game at this point.
I mean, if Shabaka's got a grasp hidden somewhere, like up his sleeve, I don't know. We've got a game.
Yep. Yeah. No. I mean, there are threats that are live here. DxD kind of uh, having traded incredibly well into a couple of sweeps to bring the mid game sort of artificially closed.
Oh my god, this could be game.
Yep.
What's the reading?
Reading assault into the assault,
Assault
playing
cross.
cross below curve.
Oh my god.
DxD disconnects before I can congratulate him. My one regret
Oh.
about this match is that I didn't get to say GG to both.
Oh man.
So that is all but one of round 2 matches commentated. That is the closure of the saga of DxD versus Shabacka and Fuumajin. And
Oh my god.
as we wrap up here, Jalen, thank you again so much for being my co-commentator here, for helping me record some of these games so we can get all of them done. And I will see you all around soon. Hopefully, we're going to talk about round 3 soon.
All right, sounds good, honestly.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. I'm stopping recording now.